Now, if on your credit card you don't pay the balance in full, you're considered to carry a revolving balance. If you're carrying a revolving balance, you will incur finance charges on the balance and on any new purchases made during the next billing cycle. So no longer are any of your purchases interest-free. That's actually what was going on in this example with Ms. Orange. When she did not pay off her table and chairs fully, she only sent in $850. So at that point in time, she incurred finance charges on this balance. Now, at that point in time, she also did not make any additional charges, so we didn't have to worry about the new purchases incurring a finance charge. In these next examples, we will have examples of people that will have not paid off their card in full, and they will have been making new purchases. So we're going to learn how to determine the finance charge and what that new balance is going to be on that next billing cycle. So the finance charges can be calculated using either of two methods. One of them is called the method of the previous balance. Or it could be calculated using what's called the average daily balance. Now, the average daily balance is actually more commonly used because they think it's fairer and it takes into account when the purchases are made and when the payment goes through. The average daily balance is also a little bit of a longer process. So first we're going to look at figuring out the financing using this previous balance method. So here's going to be our next example. In October, Peter charged all the supplies for his Halloween party to his Visa card. Now on November 5th, the billing date, Peter had a balance due of $275. Now from November 5th through December 4th, his next billing cycle, he did some shopping and charged items totaling $320, and he also made a payment of $145. So notice he did not pay off his previous balance, and in the next billing cycle he made some purchases. So for Part A, it says determine the finance charge due on December 5th, Peter's next billing date, using the previous balance method. Assume that the interest rate charge is 1.3% per month. And then after we figure that out, for Part B, we'll determine the new account balance on December 5th. Now the previous balance method is calculated pretty much how the name suggests. They're going to only charge the interest rate on whatever that previous balance was, which in this case is the $275. So the finance charge is going to be calculated by doing the principal times the rate times the time. The previous balance was $275. The interest rate over the month is 1.3%, which as a decimal would be 0.013. And then the time elapsed, because my interest rate is being expressed in terms of months, I can also express my time in terms of months. 1 month has elapsed. So then doing this multiplication here, we get 3.575, which then will round that to the nearest penny. So he'll be charged $3.58 in finance charges. So then determine the new account balance on December 5th. Now previously he had owed $275. He purchased $320 worth of stuff. He sent in a payment of $145. And then he's going to be charged interest of $3.58. Okay, so take into account then the purchases, the finance charge, and then the payment. The new account balance then on the next billing cycle will be $453.58.